Mr. Pauley was probably the known practitioner in the city. Again, you have to remember that I'm remembering an era of in the Depression and coming out of it when public works were just beginning to be accomplished. He designed a public park known as Hurt Park, a triangular park downtown within 2 blocks of 5 Points. And it was a WPA project. The WPA had just funded the renovation of an armory, a huge armory, and put a new marble face on it designed by Robert and Company. But Mr. Pauley took this a 30, 60, 90-degree triangle that tilted from one edge to the other by maybe 20 feet and made a remarkable collection space and adapted the land sculpturally to create stairs and a fountain where the maximum grade change took place. He did really strong, gutsy work that usually had the virtue of simplicity. I don't recall any of his work being what I would call fussy. Mr. Monroe, I don't believe, was a trained landscape architect, but he had a great knack for garden design. But his foremost knowledge, I think, was in plant materials, and he exhibited great skill in collecting and arranging plants. So his gardens were very garden-esque. Mr. Pauley's were a little more distinct, clear, stately, if you will. Cato Woolford Gardens. Those were elaborate gardens in not a floodplain but a valley, and it was one of the first collections of Oriental azaleas in Atlanta. And when those gardens were in bloom, the public was invited, not just casually, but was actively invited to come and enjoy this pleasure garden of some 3 acres in that lower plain, I suppose. That was a Cridland garden, which I had the opportunity to remake about 15 years ago, I guess. But that was the one garden I remember being pointed out as a significant land garden. The other, I guess, Pauley's Hurt Park was probably the only other one I can remember. The thing is, Atlanta was so gratifying to traverse. Since my traffic pattern, especially as the war came on and you didn't have gasoline, so you rode the streetcar for sure, you go up and down Peachtree, and it was entirely residential. And you saw sweeping lawns and mature trees and big houses, some pretentious, some modest. But it was an undulating landscape, not only topographically, but horizontally, so like a balloon being inflated and deflated.